Hey, welcome to Faulkner Fixes All. We got an update for you and a little opaque blue Suburban walkarounds, two in my collection that I dusted off and brought out for you. So yeah, we did pretty good on this Colson. What happened was the tires I was gonna use were really bad, and the tire was bulging out here. The rim wasn't that true, but you know, it was bulging out and it was rubbing really bad. So I got some 2.0 foldable tires from a company. There they are. Yeah, little folding Len tires. They're not bad. They got some decent tread on them, you know. They're good. They'll do what it's not super fat, but at least they're not bulging out like this bad tire. I was trying to use these really old tires and they would have looked great, but alas, they were not. So yeah, it rides pretty good. I did test it just a little bit. We're not going to do the big test today, but soon. Got this little vintage, kind of just right for the bike reflector. I'm not running the kickstand that runs up from here and folds up to notch that. We don't need that where we're going. Let's see, I got a little bike light on here. Yeah, got the front wheel on, got the front wheel new spokes. Spoke this all up on a new departure hub. Worked out really good. The front's really nice and true actually compared to the rear. The rear just took some dings. Got this skip tooth chain on here. Still haven't changed these pedals out. We will change those. And got this little horn too. Really, that should scare people right out of there. Thought you guys would like that. Fred dipped this for me and there was really nothing left of the chrome. But I kind of like how that turned out, kind of copperish stuff going on there. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. There's a dent in the fender. I just rode it around a little bit. We are going to do the severe test on this. We're going to do the severe test on this soon. We're going to go to the Bent Creek or the Arboretum around here. It's a big trail. It's an easy trail for bikes. And this bike is screaming easy. I wasn't able to get this chain guard on. Where'd that thing go? Oh, here it is. I really want to use this, but with the smaller gear on here now, it just doesn't want to do it. I've tried everything, and without me breaking this part off and redoing this whole back part and redoing this that someone's already redone once, I just want to save this for another bike, I think. I'll just wear shorts until I get the right chain guard. I got another chain guard that might work. Yeah, I'll show it to you at a later date. Let's get to these Schwinn opaque blues. Anyway, this is a runner now. I did test it just a little bit in the driveway, but it's a runner. Brakes work. Yeah, and Fred gave me this. Thank you, Fred. It worked out pretty good. Fred gave me this little clip. It was the longest one he had, and it has to go around the Colson frame, which is quite big right there, so that's difficult. But he did have a long one, and it did work. So the overview of this is, hey, put a pair of shorts on and ride it. Or tuck your pant leg in like some nerd. Anyway, so the thrust rods work good. Everything's good on this. We're ready to go. Grips are a little loose. I might use the Scotch tape technique. You take the grip off and you put one layer of Scotch tape, transparent, and then you shove the grip back on. It's not ideal, but it's better than using like black tape or something. Okay, so let's go out here and you got to check out these opaque blue bikes. This is a nice little set. It's not really exact year, and they got clunky after this and they put big reflectors on them, but these were before the big reflector fenders. And if you know me, I don't like those big plastic fenders, reflectors. I don't have one to show you right now. Anyway, the front reflector looked a little bit like this, and the back reflector was this big horrid affair, and it was big and much bigger than a normal one. Okay, so we're going out here now. So yeah, this is an opaque blue Suburban, and it is December of 1972. MH, December of 1972. Nice bike. These aren't original white walls, obviously, and this front rim is alloy. It's not correct, but it's straight. Decent graphics. It's taken a little hit in storage here and there. Chrome is good. Mostly original cables. I think I replaced the inner cable here. 5-speed. Stock reflectors. I hate these, but on this bike I did not have the... I just didn't have the heart to take them off because they were originally there. And post 75, they had this big reflector here. I don't have one to show you, but take it from me. It's big and it's plastic and it comes up. There's another hole there, and they're just prone to breaking. Now I believe this bike probably had this style reflector a little bigger, or somebody replaced this one. I'm not sure. Maybe this is the original one. Anyway, this one's taken a few hits, and this other one, that's not the right seat. This other Schwinn Suburban is a slightly smaller frame, and it's FK, which is, I think that's June of 74. I think that's right. Yeah, K and H. Maybe I got these mixed up. No, this is December of 72. And this is June of 74. They skipped the letter I in the serial numbers to avoid confusion. Schwinn skipped I and O. So there's no letters that are I or O in the Schwinn numbers. This one has the black pinstriping. Continental tires. These aren't the right ones. I mean, they're correct for the wheel size, but they're not Schwinn tires. And neither are these other white walls. Just a nice, fairly scratched up Schwinn Suburban. I think they got a little cheap and stopped putting Suburban on the chain guard. Comment down below if you know what year they stopped doing that. I always thought that post 70 they had Suburban right on the chain guard. Not really sure about that. Anyway, this one's a slightly smaller frame. This is a taller frame. I didn't measure it, but you can tell one's a little small. This one has the original seat. A little worse for wear. The rivets are rusty. Good bikes. You know, these are very durable bikes. You can do stuff on these that you wouldn't be able to do on a 10-speed. Well, they're just really durable. The step-through frame is strong. The 5 speeds, that's all you really need. You can always tell when someone does take a 5-speed back rim and put it on a 10-speed. This chain ring protector, the freewheel protector, is much bigger on the 5 speeds. And these both have Schwinn approved derailleurs, GT 100. And this one is a GT 120. Oh boy, you really came up on that one. Anyway, so yeah, these are really nice bikes. This one, actually my wife bought this one. She was at a thrift store in El Sobrante, California, and I went in. I had to use the bathroom or something. She went in, and I ran right to the bikes, and she went in first, and I went right to the bikes, and there was nothing there but a beat-up girls rally for $30, which I did not buy. And then I was like, oh man, no bikes in here, no good stuff today. And I walked around until I found her, and she was in the clothing department looking at stuff, and she came wheeling around the corner, and she had this with her. And I was like, what's going on? She goes, I'm not leaving this, we're buying this. She like instantly knew that it was an opaque blue Suburban, and she knew. Like, I didn't even get to see the bike until she was buying it. So here it is. Well, somewhere along the way the front wheel got crunched, or something happened to the front wheel, so I replaced it. Yeah, one with black pinstripes. Not quite sure about if the years changed that dramatically and they went to the black pinstripe, like in '74. Did they just go with the black pinstripe instead of white? I bet you that '70s channel Schwinn guy, I bet you he'll chime in. I bet you he knows. Yeah, so did they change to the black pinstripe? When did that happen? Because it's on the chain guard too. It's black, and the slide-on decal is black, and that's black, and pinstriping's black. But on this one, 74, no, this is right, in '74 it was black pinstriping, and that's black there too. But in '72, slide-on emblem there, that's white, that's pinstripe, that's white, and this is white. So did they change stuff up? When did that happen? Anyway, I know that the '70s Schwinn channel, he's going to chime in and tell me exactly. He's a wealth of knowledge. I'll put a link for his channel in the description. He's got some nice bikes, and he's working on like a, I want to say root beer brown, but I know I'm wrong. Sierra brown, chestnut brown, spicy chestnut. Anyway, he just finished a Suburban that's really nice, and it's rare that, you know, what's rare about these? I haven't parted them out. That's what's rare. You know, it's sad to say, but a lot of these bikes, they just get parted out. You know, you find a opaque blue Super Sport or an opaque blue Continental, and you would take all these parts off and put them on your opaque blue boys Continental. And don't ask me how I know. It's very sad. This is what happens to ladies' models. Anyway, if you look here, that's an original rivet, and there's an original rivet here. If you look at this fender, hey, somebody been doing stuff here. What is that? That's kind of bigger. This looks a little sprayed too. What happened here? You know, that's been re-riveted and that's been resprayed. Yeah, of course, this is gunmetal. Not much left to it after all these years, but yeah, I think when I first got this one, obviously the fender was all mashed, and so I had to drill out the rivets, and these were all rusted. I did what I could. You know, it's not a show bike. It's just a little around town special. Anyway, so hope you've enjoyed this blast from the past. And this one's a December of '72 Suburban, and this one is June of 1974. And they could use both kind of a cleaning. They've been down in the basement a little bit. But when did they start using the black pinstripe instead of the white? And the slide-on emblem is also black, and that's black. So when did they start using that? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I know some of you do know. And this big reflector is really goofy. I think I'm going to have to change that out the correct size. Yeah, we'll get to it. Anyway, have a good day. And as always, we are going to get this Colson running. I mean, the Colson is running. I just need time to go and deal with it. It is a runner. And as usual, thanks for tuning in. Less talk, more work, because we did a lot of work this time. Oh yeah. Have a good day.